Alright. I'm a complete noob when it comes to watches. Basically, beginning of July, been wearing these so-called tech watches. Or the Samsung Galaxy 6 for the last couple of years. I was waiting for the next big thing from Samsung, and I realized what they were bringing out is more of the same, if not a little less, and had enough of waiting. And as a result, I was discussing this with my brother, and eventually he convinced me to start giving up on tech watches, moving on to rings for that health tracking stuff, and looking into mechanical watches, which he's been into for a long time. And maybe it's a bad thing because it looks like an expensive thing. Oh, actually, it is an expensive thing. After I think less than a week, I have found a Panerai and bought it, and it's fantastic, and loved it. But curiosity brings me to these. I was wondering, I spent my money on the Panerais already, plural, nearly, and that's great. But when I look at Amazon and I wonder why are these there, promising similar capability and functionalities for an extremely a little amount of money compared to what I paid for the Diego watch that I bought for myself. So out of curiosity, I ordered a whole bunch of these stuff out of my own money from Amazon, and the first one I have in my hand is a Benyar. And all of these, the only criteria I set was sort order, low to high, it's got to be on prime, and they had to be mechanical, either automatic or self-winding, no quartz, and had to be a watch, of course. And then the first one I've got here is a Benyar. I don't know what it is. Let me see. Benyar automatic watches for men, skeleton, mechanical, leather straps, men's watch, 45mm dial, 30m waterproof, men's stylish gift, to give it its full name. And apparently these go up and down in price, but this, as it stands, oh my goodness, okay, this was $80 US. Oh, it comes with a white wipey cloth, a little manual, a little card. Oh my god. Okay, I forgot what I ordered. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, first impressions. It's that's not a cow. That's never been on a cow. That's not or even any kind of animal. Oh, that's pretty fascinating. I don't know what to make of it. Okay. It's not very bendy either. It's a bit short too. Okay. Forget the straps. Let's take a look at the watch. Okay, it's very, I think the term skeletony, you can see right through this thing. And if I bring another light to this thing, let's see. It's certainly mechanical, certainly running, certainly shiny. Jeez, you can see a lot in there. And I'll zoom in a little bit. There's no, interestingly, this might be a return because, or at least, there's no wrapping on this, which is a bit surprising. And it's a watch. You see it beating away. See the. I have. Oh well. Given my very little exposure to watches, and seeing these see-through watches or skeleton watches, it's pretty fascinating. Yeah, right. Okay, let's see. That's winding on the crown, and I can change the time. It's nice. I wonder if it's luminescent on the hands as well. Let's take a quick look. It's UV. See if it holds any charge. It's a bit bright where I am. Yes, it does, but it's very faint in this light. Of course, but you can see it's reacting to it. I'll take it off. There is a little bit of lume in the space that I'm in. Yes, cover it up and I see the lume. Yeah, it's a watch. I couldn't tell from the photos on the Amazon listing, but this looks like a pillowy case, like Panerais. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is a kind of a. I'm no expert. Oh no, it does have a little piece of plastic on it. Oh. Let's see. Take that off. I didn't even realise I just felt it there. Okay, that feels a little bit better, and it's a little bit shinier. But yeah, it's got a pillowy case. The Panerai I got is a PAM 311 with a crown guard, so it's a Luminor. This, if it was a Panerai, would have been a kind of a Redimir, but it's not got a wire lugs. Got these lugs, like a, I can't remember what it's called on the Panerais, on the smaller ones. But this is not particularly small. It says it's 45mm. Got a caliper somewhere, but yeah, you can see it working away. And alright, I'm just gonna chuck it on there. Yes, I have honestly only been into this hobby for, I say a hobby, this activity for the last 2 weeks or so. I'll chuck it on here and give it a whirl on the little timer. Let's see what it gives us. Actually, I should wind it a little more. Give it a little chance to have a little bit of power, I guess. Oh wow! So you can see there's a mainspring right in the middle of the frame there, and the mainspring is tightening up as I spin it out. So I guess it's kind of like a little power reserve thing, because it's essentially, let's prop it up so you can see it properly. Given it has coils that's going round and round, if it's getting obviously a little higher than or tighter, you've got a little bit more reserve in there. So, alright. Let's see what it's doing. Oh, 23 seconds. I mean, yeah, not the 4 or 5 seconds off, but 16 seconds per day, not too shabby. And it's a 21,000 off. How many hertz is that? 3 hertz? Not too bad. It works. I can't really say too much about that. It's not something I know too much. It's alright, I'm going to skip to the bit where I got the details and we'll talk over that and see what it looks like. wrist. So one of the reasons why I got into Panerai seemingly is because they fit me, and I make even, I mean, the Panerai is a big watch, but I have 8-inch wrist. Oh my goodness. Okay, this doesn't conform to human radiuses, but let's give it a go. It's almost a torture device. I'll stick it one notch more. No, I can't. I'll stick it at the end. Oh, I'm not going to try any harder than that. Okay, there's no movement, no plate. Let me move this out of the way. Okay, this is tight. Very tight. And yeah, on my 8-inch wrist or my 18 centimeter wrist, this is too snug. Possibly because the band is too tight. In fact, it's not going round, it's just sticking out and squeezing my arm. But that's I guess what it looks like on my wrist. Your mileage may vary. But yeah, I'm going to try and take it off here. This little tiny little logo on the top of the buckle there apparently is genuine leather from another planet, I guess, by Benyar. Maybe it's Planet Benyar. You see how open this is. It's very translucent. So, wow, the thing that surprises me here is how consistent that dial is. I'll zoom it a little more. It's not gold, it's more silver. I think it's reflecting the warmth of the wood behind me on all the chrome and all the shiny bits. But it's actually very monochromatic in person, where you see grey on the dial, white on the indicators, chrome everywhere else, or shiny metal. I think the only thing that does have colour are the tiny bits of jewel and the brassy goldy kind of colour for the balance wheel as well. On the back it's even more stark, I guess. It's yeah, 30 meter water resistance. Cool. Well, $80. I would not. I don't know about the market or anything. It seems really cheap to have a mechanical watch like this with an automatic dingly dangly weighty thing. And when I say cheap, I mean affordable. It is remarkable that something like this can be made for the price and have it be available on Amazon as a next day proposition. And it's amazing. It's I'm surprised it's quite weighty. I mean, it's a lot less weighty than other watches, but yeah. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I don't think it promised sapphire, but this is not sapphire. You can see that it's a bluey tintish mineral glass when you run it across the light, but otherwise I don't know. It feels solid. It does feel like it's not going to fall to pieces. It is keeping to time according to the time grapher. I'm not going to wear it. But it's a great novelty. But this band, and I don't particularly like the amount of chrome everywhere on this. The Panerai is brushed titanium, but most watches are chrome, and if you like it, I think it can dip in price. I think it's dipped down to 50 something. That's far more reasonable. $80 is far too much. But yeah, alright. Moving on to the next one. Thank you. Yeah, what more can I say about the Benyar? Well, it works as a watch. It's got, as you can see, jewels, and it's got the bits and pieces to make it work. And the best thing about it is the fact that you can see, obviously, clearly through a skeleton architecture, you see all the bits and pieces running, and that's part of the beauty of having a mechanical watch, I guess. And I don't understand this little flower, but it's pretty. It's clearly a machine CNC bit, I think, and you see all of the open spring there as well, and you kind of can use that as a, if you squint hard enough, a power meter. If it starts winding to the edges, then you know you've got to wind it all back up again. And it's nice to be able to see all these intricate bits and pieces. And again, given a price, it's hard to argue against what's been presented here, because it's got to be a lot of man hours to at least assemble it. If not to make it, you can stamp out a lot of these pieces, and that's one thing to call out. It's very, very scratchy, unfinished metal. It is adorned with all these little patterns here and there, and it all works within its tolerance and gives the time as promised. But it's a watch, but you can see where the corners are cut. The edges are very rough, the surfaces are very scratchy, but you know what, it is an it's eye-catching, that's for sure. But yes, I think given the price, everything I said, this I would give it about, it's a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. I think I'll stop there. Alright, thanks for watching.